Hello everybody, welcome back to Performance on Wheels. This is my friend AJ, and today I am doing a full brake job on my 2013 Fiat 500 Abarth. I just recently bought this car, if you guys saw that video, but as you can see, the rotors aren't in awesome condition. The pads were replaced, but it does need new rotors, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it all around. I'm gonna go ahead and set this jack here on the pinch welds, and we're gonna start with the rears because I think I'm just gonna go ahead and bleed the calipers as well. As you can see, we have it up in the air. Let's get the wheels off. We gotta take these little caps off. Based on what I've looked up, these things are like $70. Oops. The size of the lug nuts are 17s. Just so you know, they're not actually lugs, they're more like bolts. So be very careful when taking these off. The wheel will fall right off once you take the last one out. So check out the rear brakes that are on this thing when I bought it. Listen to this. Not sure if you guys can hear that, but all of these are grooves in the caliper. These things are completely shot. So it's a good thing we have these new brakes. Check these out. On my high school budget, I found the cheapest rotors and pads I could possibly find. They're drilled and slotted. They have amazing reviews. I got this for less than $120. Let's get them on there. I'm very, very impressed with the quality of these, especially for how cheap they really were. They look very, very nice and professional.
All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm using this pliers to hold down this, which is 13, because this is the inside slide, and then I'm pulling off the screw from back here, which is also 13, and then we're gonna be able to take this off so we can eventually switch this, but there's two more screws back here which are also 13 that we gotta take off before we can fully take off the rotor.
Shout out to my best friend AJ. Been friends with him for a long time, met him ski racing. This is actually his first time working on cars. I'm the one that's kind of introducing him to the car scene, the car area, and he kind of introduces me to sports. He's extremely good at lacrosse. He's extremely good at skiing. He's pretty much very good at everything he does. He's a very fit guy. Love him. Check out his Instagram, Atomic AJ. Let's get back to the Fiat. This is bad. Wow. I'm very, very happy I am doing this.
Good thing you have a dad.
Wow. Check these things out compared to the old ones. So there's these little things right in here, and that is what is holding the rotor on. They're just a 12. Go ahead and use your impact on those, but make sure you got to hold that rotor, otherwise you might strip it, and you definitely don't want to deal with that. Then after that, let's just go ahead and clean up this hub a bit. We got a wire brush on the end of an impact here. Gonna clean that up, and then we're gonna throw some brake clean on there, make it look nice before we get that new rotor on. If you guys do enjoy automotive YouTube videos, be sure to check out our channel, Performance on Wheels. We have a lot of cool stuff on our channel, including, of course, this Fiat 500 Abarth, this Mercedes-AMG GLC 43 Coupe, and if we take a peek outside, we have a Jaguar F-Type R. Tons of videos coming on all those vehicles and previous ones you guys can check out as well. So be sure to smash like and hit subscribe. Comment down below what videos you guys would like to see us do with those vehicles. So we cleaned that up. We have the new rotor on. As you can see, we're getting ready to put these back in. So you just want to put those in there nicely and hand screw them in just so those threads are in there. You really don't want to screw that up. That would not make you very happy. Now that we have the rotor on, you have to compress that spring in there, of course. Get those pads on, put it all together, snap it on there, go ahead and attach our slide pins. Then we're done at the rear and we head to the front.
Austin, come on, don't let me play dad here. You forgot to mention we're gonna bleed the brakes on this because of how wore out those rotors are. And just so we know 100% what we have, since this was a new purchase for you, we are going to bleed the brakes. Let's do that now.
So we're now bleeding the brakes. This is a two-person job. So Todd, you're gonna stay up there in the car.
I'm the pumper.
And AJ, we're gonna be over here at the caliper. So what we gotta do is attach this hose to the part right back here. As you can see here, there's this little rubber nub. We're gonna go ahead and pull that off here. It's kind of hard. There we go. We're gonna take this rubber hose that AJ has, put it right around that nub, make sure it's nice and tight.
11 now.
Oh, come on, go on. You got that? Some slippery fingers. Oh, man. Yeah, there it goes. Just nicely sits around there. And then AJ's gonna take this 11 mil here and communicate with Todd. So loosening is gonna be pushing straight, all right?
Okay.
All right. Nice. All right, Todd, do you have pressure on the brake?
Ready.
All right, AJ, go ahead and push the wrench forward.
What are you looking for?
Push down. As we can see, we are filling. Todd's at the floor, so go ahead and tighten that back up.
Okay, tighten back up.
Pump the brakes a couple of times, Todd. You good? You firm?
I'm tight.
All right, go ahead and loosen again, AJ. You can watch this cup here.
Floor.
Okay, Todd's back at the floor. Go ahead and lock that back up, and that should be good for now. So up front, the brakes are obviously substantially larger like they are in most cars. And this being a performance car, they are a pretty big size, actually. So I'm having trouble doing it by hand, so I'm using my impact with a little extension and, you know, curvy guy. I don't really know the name of it, to be honest. But it's really helping me get to the areas, and I do suggest that you use this as well. This is a 19 for getting those bolts off for the inner caliper. Let's continue and see where this brings us. I didn't even show you, but this is what the rear brakes look like. I am super happy with the way this turns out. They look so much more professional, and it looks like, I mean, it looks pretty mean. I'm really excited to see the front brakes being that much larger size. Looks like it's really gonna fill up that wheel gap. So I'm just using this steel brush here just to go ahead and clean up this hub. That way we can get this awesome new rotor on. Check that thing out. So the back brakes aren't as easy as a normal brake job. There's a few things that come into the play. So I would say with people that have done this multiple times, AJ, it's his first time doing it. He did a pretty dang good job for his first time. But my dad and I couldn't count how many brake jobs I've done. I would say this is one of the tougher ones we have done, right next to that guy right there. That is the hardest car I've ever done a brake job on, just simply because of all these sensors and stuff that the Germans have. But the Italians, definitely right after that. So in the rear, that is going to be taking you the longest. The front's pretty standard. And it's pretty self-explanatory if you know what we're doing. We sort of walked you through the steps. If you want to come take a peek here, you can. I showed you everything we did earlier. It's the same in the rear as it is in the front, so I didn't walk you through each step. But I'm currently just tightening these back caliper bolts, and I'm just gonna slide on the top of the caliper back on, tighten those slide pins, and it's gonna be good to go. We'll bleed the front brakes, we'll go take it for a quick drive, and we'll wrap up today's video. So here are the new brakes fully installed. They look awesome on the car. They look really good. I really like the drilled and slotted look. And it's just nice knowing that you have nice parts all around and don't have to worry about anything when you're going down the road. Everything does work great, but what I suggest doing after you bleed the brakes and get everything installed and everything's working properly, what I suggest you do, go to about 50 miles an hour, slam on the brakes, come to about 5 miles an hour, and do that 3 different times. If you do so, this will allow for the rotors to break in evenly all around. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in to today's video on installing the brakes on the Fiat 500 Abarth. I do hope that this video was informative to you, and I do hope that you guys liked AJ, my friend. I'm sure he'll come in videos in the future. Be sure to smash subscribe, and now we have to check out the F-Type because it broke within 24 hours of ownership. If you guys want to see me picking up the Fiat 500 Abarth, go ahead and click here. If you guys want to see that Jaguar F-Type, go ahead and click here. And if you guys want to see our AMG, click right here. Go ahead and subscribe right here. Have a great day.